On April 29th, Cardinal John Anayakin, Archbishop of Abuja, Nigeria, was traveling in a car on his way to Iromi when his car was caught in a gun attack. 3 men emerged from the side of the road from the darkness of a local palm tree plantation and began shooting at the vehicle. The bullets shattered the left passenger's window glass and left large holes on the panel of the door. Fortunately, the cardinal was not injured, although just a few weeks prior, a car in the area carrying 3 priests was attacked, and one of them was seriously injured. One of the Holy Father's recent prayer intentions for evangelization was that Christians in Africa may give witness to love and faith in Jesus Christ amid political religious conflicts. In light of these events, we took an up-close look at the church in Nigeria and sat down with Fr Leonard Ehiemere of the Diocese of Umuahai, who recounted some of the challenges in the church in Nigeria. Father Leonard, welcome to Voice of the Vatican. We're so happy to have you, especially to discuss this important topic of the church in Nigeria. Thanks for being with us, Father.
Thank you so much, Ashley.
Father, would you tell us a bit about some of the challenges that the church in Nigeria faces?
The church in Nigeria has a lot of challenges, which I can state under the minor challenges and the major ones. The minor challenges are the ones which she shares normally with the universal church, like spreading the gospel to every nook and cranny. But that of Nigeria is somehow unique in the sense that it is in a nation and a society that has over 500 ethnic groups with different languages and cultures. So you see, it's a very difficult task. Somebody like me, when I go to some parts of Nigeria, I am lost if I'm not in the city where they speak the national language, which is English. But also we have some of the major challenges also in the church in Nigeria. Take, for instance, we have there is a communication gap which is affecting the church. Take, for instance, we don't have any national radio in Nigeria. In short, the Nigerian Broadcasting Corporation makes it difficult for an individual church to possess a license to establish either a radio or television because maybe the situation in the country too. So there is always this communication gap about the church spreading her message the way it should, apart from the dioceses and parishes. So you see, having a unique means of spreading messages on time is a little bit difficult. So something should be done about it. And now we have also the socio-political causes. You know, Nigeria is a unique country in the sense that you can, among the many religions, you can divide them into Christians and Muslims. So everything that affects the political class affects also the church. At times even you come to realize in appointments in the government, at times it always tacked down a kind of a competition between is it a Muslim that is nominated for a ministerial post or a Christian or which church like that. So it is a very big challenge and a kind of bad governance in the sense that we have a lot of unemployment in the country. As of now, we have the percentage is 10.5% of unemployment, and which has affected the youth. The youth unemployment is 9.00%, and most of these youths are members of the church. So it is a very big challenge for the church because they are always prone to any kind of violence. Anybody can easily buy them over to use them either to engage in one thing or the other that is not good because they are unemployed. But I feel one of the most recent challenges of the church is that of the religious coexistence in the country. Of recent, especially from 2000 till date, we have witnessed a lot of violence from the religious aspect, especially in the northern part of the country. And this has given the church a very big challenge. Many churches have been destroyed and many closed and many attacked and bombed. So it has become a very big challenge for the church in Nigeria in her mission of spreading the gospel. But I feel a lot of things are being put in place to make sure that things are working. So I feel these are some of the little challenges, you know. There are many others which are minor also, which the church is tackling.
Father, would you talk to us a bit about some of the persecution that Christians in Nigeria face?
Yeah, In this question, I will really try to, not to exonerate myself, but to really say that I will not be answering as an expert in the sense that I have not witnessed personally some of the attacks, and especially because of my little stay over here in Rome studying. But in one way or the other, everything that affects any part of the country in the church affects all of us, even here. So there has been a persecution in the northern part of the country especially. But unfortunately, many people in the southern part of the country doesn't even know what is really happening. Sometimes it is we who are over here that feeds them about the information of things that are happening. The most specific about all these persecutions is about the one of the Boko Haram. In short, there is a survey that was made of recent in this 2016 by an international organization that is called Open Doors. It is an organization that is serving persecuted Christians all over the world in conjunction with CAN. CAN is Christian Association of Nigeria. So they made a visible study of the persecution, especially in the northern part of the country, and they put the persecution from 2000 to this 2016 to 62.5%, where up to 350 churches either have been attacked, bombed, closed, or abandoned because of the attacks. And where up to 9 to 11,000 Christians have been killed. Millions of them are being displaced, and some of them ran over to the nearby countries. Some are also staying in some of the refugee camps. So it has been very pathetic. Let me take, for instance, in 2011, think of celebration of Christmas Day in one of the churches, St. Teresa's Mandala in Abuja. So it was one of the horrific stories that we witnessed in Nigeria. You know, when the church was over, people were going, and there was this bomb, you know, and the Boko Haram claimed responsible for this. At least 37 people died. Over 57 were wounded. You know, it was a very pitiable situation, and it's one of the big challenges that the church is having in Nigeria, and it's keeping everybody busy trying to know how to bring back peace, both the church and also the government.
Father Leonard, would you tell us about some of the wonderful reasons for hope within the church in Nigeria, within your diocese?
Thank you so much, Ashley. But let me just begin from the national down to my diocese, because in the face of these challenges, the CBC and Catholic Bishops' Conference has been on top as the #1 organization that helps to bring hope to the people that are being persecuted. I want to say that in 2001 already they established the Commission for Interreligious Dialogue that has been doing a lot to dialogue with the Muslims, especially the headman or Sultan of Sokoto is one of the prominent figures of the Muslims in Nigeria, so the dialogue about peace and how to live well. And the president of this CBC and Archbishop Ignatius Gaitama also did a very wonderful something and suggestion which he has already started in his own Archdiocese of Jos, where he established a skill acquisition center where Muslim youths and Christians came to learn some certain skills. They have Muslim teachers and Christian teachers, and within that they spent 2 years to learn these skills, and within this period both the Christian youths and the Muslim youths are being taught of how to live in peace together as brothers and sisters and people from one nation. Coming down to my own diocese, I am fortunate my bishop is in charge of church and society also in the CBCN, and we established what is called JDPC, Justice, Peace and Development Commission. It is this commission that is in charge always of trying as much as possible. Like there was a visit from the CBCN that the bishops, which was my bishop was in charge because he was in charge of society and the church. So they visited those who are displaced that ran over to Cameroon in one of the refugees camps. They visited them in 4th of March of this year. So there were over 36 people in that camp in Cameroon. So, and one of the tasks is that we have not abandoned you people. That was the message that was brought to them, and it was very fantastic move by the CBCN. And since then, by now, it's said that a lot of them have been moved back also to their places, not even, if not their villages or their towns, but also to Nigeria. So they have come back. And also there is a little kind of, in my parish also, contributions, because since they need some economic assistance, every last Sunday was also dedicated to contribute some little orphanage that will be deposited in the commission that they will be used. But the most important is that the spiritual aspect of tackling their problems has never been abandoned, because the church, all said and done, the CBCN reintroduced what is called Prayer for Nigeria in Distress, which is being said after Holy Communion every Sunday, praying for the nation. And also they advocated for 1 hour adoration every last Sunday of the month to pray for Nigeria, to pray for peace to reign, to pray for those who are displaced. So these things and many other things. And the church also goes on to talk with the government, telling them the need for them to bring peace and so to enhance the security to make sure that this violence stops. So a lot of things have been put in place.
It's so exciting to hear that, Father.
Yes.
Father Leonard, would you tell us a bit about this special book that you've brought with you today?
Thank you so much, Ashley. This is a book that is being produced by the Nigerian priests, religious, and seminarians here in Rome. Oh. It is entitled Rekindling the Light of Hope, the Church Helping to Stabilize the Nigerian Nation. It is a book that was produced, a journal that was produced at the heat of violence in Nigeria. Many people contributed. From high people like Cardinal Arinze spoke about the way forward. Since Nigeria has been amalgamated over 100 years, the way forward, some of the ways that we can move forward to get peace, especially through education and the peaceful coexistence. And the bishop of also, the president of the CBC and the Catholic Bishops' Conference of Nigeria also contributed. So it is one of the quarters that we over here, the students, are making research, trying to at least tell our people the way forward to bring peace and to stop violence so that our nation can be in peace.
Well, Father, thank you for sharing those reasons for hope with us. And please know that you can count on the prayers of our viewers of Shalom World TV.
Thank you so much, Ashley.
May God
I'm
bless
so
you,
grateful.
Father
And you
Leonard.
too.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.